Getting to this idea about, how this will help those folks in the rural area, an argument could be made that being unable to drive and not having transportation to get to and from somewhere can actually be tied to poverty.
It is actually tied to poverty, Diane. It very much is, and it's tied to our youth's ability to get a part-time job so that they can, save some money to go to college. It becomes a barrier to these children going to their local college or going to a different college. Let me do better than that. What it does is that it marginalizes a pocket of a community in rural Minnesota, regardless of what their color, race, sex is, okay? Because poverty sees no color, okay?
Right.
And so I acknowledge that. And this issue with the driver's license, in this particular context, right, does marginalize a certain segment of our Minnesota population that are immigrants the majority of the time, and that's just a fact. And if we want individuals to become incorporated into a local economy, right, then they need to contribute to that.
Right.
And how can they contribute if they're stuck or isolated? And there's always going to be at least one member of that family working. But look at all of the lost opportunity of economy locally if other members of that family were also, because by the way, a lot of the Minnesota Latino families are not just undocumented across the board. Many of these are mixed families where you have people that are documented, people that have visas, people that are refugees, and people that have, and that are also citizens.
Right.
Now, to your point, we have a map of the state of Minnesota to show our viewers a snapshot view of, and this is based on the 2010 census, and this is with regard to Latinos in Minnesota, that the darker the color or red is the most poverty. And so this gives you a real good snapshot of how that really impacts the rural communities. And when you were talking about the demographics of the family, well, this is a little chart that we have that I found in one of the publications of your agency that shows clearly with regard to the demographics for Latinos in Minnesota, the people who are the highest proportion of age-wise within the population are people who are in their working years. And so you can clearly see that there are a lot of people that this bill impacts because they're in their working years, the prime of their life. Now, we're not talking, we're talking folks, again, if we look at that chart, if you look at the group between the ages of 20 to 50 years old, you will see that that is a huge sector of the Latino community, and those are all folks who want to work, that they want to be productive, that they want to do things. They got the American dream they're chasing, right?
Absolutely.